trip down to Jacksonville, Florida. He's gonna meet up with a buddy down there and they're gonna hit all the titty bars. Anyways, it was around 12:30 in the morning, and he'd been driving, I guess, for about 3 or 4 hours, and he was down in South Georgia somewhere. They started running low on gas, so he pulled off at an old filling station and started pumping him some gas. Well, he noticed over in front of the store, there's this young fella standing there. He had long, stringy, kind of blondie hair and was wearing a hat. They said this young fella walked over to him and said, "Mister, you think you can give me a ride to Jacksonville, Florida?" My uncle kind of looked at him. And he said the hair on the back of his neck stood up. It was Ronnie Van Zant. But see, Ronnie Van Zant had just died in a plane crash 2 years before. My uncle, he was speechless. It was his ghost. So my uncle, he said, "Okay." Well, they started driving. My uncle, he started looking out the corner of his eye at him. Just couldn't believe it. He just could not believe he was driving the ghost of Ronnie Van Zant back to Jacksonville. They said this old young fella kept looking at him, and my uncle, he kept kind of doing that sneaky eye over at him, like just trying to catch a little glimpse of him. Finally, this young fella said, "Mister, is there something wrong?" And my uncle said, "Well, I just want you to know how much I admire you." He said that young fella looked at him kind of weird and said, "Mister, I ain't gonna suck your dick for this ride." And my uncle didn't have the best people skills. And sometimes he would pick the wrong moment to say the wrong thing. And he put up his hand at this young fella and said, "I just want you to know how much you mean to me." Boy, this old boy, he said this young fella just whipped out a knife and stuck it up to his throat and said, "Pull this goddamn car over, you butt-fucking sumbitch. You ain't gonna butt-fuck me, you bastard." My uncle, he got all scared and shit, and he pulled the car real quick over, and this young fella, he just started wailing on him, smacking him in the head. He kicked him out of the car. He jumped out. He ran around to the side with my uncle. He was laying on the damn road, and they just started wailing on him again. He smacked him in the head, smacked him in the ass. My uncle, he started crying like a bitch, and he was saying, "Please, Ronnie, don't hurt me. I didn't mean it. I just love you." That young fella, he was like, "You son of a bitch." And he just kept wailing on him and beating him and smacking him in the head, smacking him in the ass. Finally, he just stripped my uncle butt ass naked, wadded up his clothes and threw him in the car, took off. They found my uncle the next morning. He was hiding behind a rest stop. He was naked and crying. He still loves Ronnie Van Zant. Was that Ronnie Van Zant? I don't know.